Deuteronomy Chapter 29. These are the terms of the covenant Yahweh commanded Moshe to make with the children of Israel in the land of Moab, in addition to the covenant he made with them at Horeb. And Moshe summoned all Israel and said to them,
You have seen all that Yahweh did right in front of your eyes in the land of Egypt, to Pharaoh, to all his officials, and to all his land. With your own eyes you have seen the great trials, the signs, and those great wonders. But to this very day Yahweh has not given you a mind of understanding, nor eyes that see, nor ears that hear. I have led you 40 years in the wilderness. Your clothes have not worn out upon you, and your sandals have not worn out on your feet. You have not eaten bread, nor have you drunk wine or strong drink, in order that you may know that I am Yahweh your Father. When you reach this place, Sihon, king of Heshbon, and Og, king of Bashan, came out to fight against us, but we defeated them. We took their land and gave it as an inheritance to the tribes of Reuben and Gad, and to the half-tribe of Manasseh. Therefore, carefully keep the laws of this covenant, and perform and do them, so that you may be blessed and succeed in everything you do. All of you are standing here this day in front of Yahweh your Father, your leaders, your chief men, your elders, all of your officials, every man in Israel, along with your wives and children, and every stranger in your camp, from the one who cuts your wood to the one who carries your water. You are standing here in order to enter into a covenant with Yahweh your Father, a covenant Yahweh is making with you this day, and sealing with an oath, to establish and confirm you this day as a people unto himself, and that he may be your Father, just as he promised you, and as he vowed on oath to your fathers, to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I am making this covenant with its oath, not only with you alone, you who are standing here this day, but also with those who are not here this day. You yourselves know how we lived in the land of Egypt, and how we passed through the countries on the way here. You saw the abomination of gods among them, gods of wood, stone, silver, and gold. I solemnly entreat you to enter into the covenant and oath, for fear that there may be among you a man, woman, clan, or tribe this day, whose heart would turn away from Yahweh our Father, and go and worship the gods, Elohim, of those nations. For fear that there should be among you a root that brings forth gall and wormwood. I solemnly entreat you to enter into the covenant and oath, so it will never come to pass, when that one hears the words of this curse, that he can congratulate and delude himself in his heart, and erroneously think, I will have peace and safety, even though I persist in going my own way. Yahweh will hold all of his sins against him. He has acted, sinned presumptuously. He is as a drunkard, totally out of control. Yahweh will never be willing to spare him, for Yahweh shall break forth in a destructive fire, and his jealousy will burn against that man. All the curses written in this book will fall upon him, and Yahweh will blot out his name from under heaven. Yahweh will single him out from all the tribes of Israel for disaster, according to all the curses of the covenant that are written in this book of the law. Then the children who come after you in later generations, and the strangers who come from distant lands, will see the destruction which has fallen upon the land, and the diseases which Yahweh has laid upon it. The whole land will be salt and burning brimstone, not planted, not producing, nor does any vegetation grow there. It will be like the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, of Admah and Zeboim, which Yahweh overthrew in his anger and wrath. And all these nations will ask,
Why has Yahweh done this to this land? What does the heat of this great anger mean?
Then the answer will be, because they have forsaken the covenant of Yahweh, the Father of their fathers, the covenant which he made with them when he brought them out of Egypt. They went off and served gods, Elohim, gods, Elohim they did not know, gods, Elohim which Yahweh never gave to them, and bowed down in worship to them. Therefore, Yahweh's anger burned against this land, and he brought upon it every curse that is written in this book. In anger, in wrath, and in great indignation, Yahweh uprooted them from their land and thrust them into another land, as it is this day. The secret things belong to Yahweh, our Father, but the things revealed to us, every word that proceeds from Yahweh's mouth, belongs to us and to our children forever, so that we may perform and do all the words of this law.
Deuteronomy